Yeah, hello everybody. Running a little bit late today. I just got in the door here about 2 minutes ago. So I'm still trying to pull things together here. Even though I'm just. Oh, so how's everybody doing today? Another show from the Rick's Tech Pub on a, let's see if I can do this from hard. Monday, the 27th? Yeah? No. I don't know about that. Yeah, Monday. Thinking it was Tuesday for some reason. I don't know why I'm thinking that. Present you're not accounted for. Oh, hello, Brian. Good to see you. Good to see Ken, Ski Man, and John. Hopefully, I get a few others floating in through here. I really don't like talking to myself, but at least I've got you guys to talk to. It was all you had hoped it would be, you know? That's. I guess that's one step in a good direction. If it was all you had hoped it would be, then. Wish that was automatic. Wish there was a way that when I hit a button, that all disappears. No, it don't work that way. We need to invent some way of doing that because I'm tired of hitting buttons and clicking things. My 2-second memory is not going to remember to do that, but I just looked at it like, oh, I know what I forgot to do. So, well, the only news at Microsoft I can come up with is Microsoft's going to start playing around with dark mode again. I don't know why, but they are. I guess the things that aren't included in dark mode, like control panel, it comes up and just blinds you because it's white. They're going to change that to dark mode. Whatever isn't included with dark mode, they're going to put dark mode into it so people won't get blinded. They're in dark mode on one page and they go to something else and they get flashed because it's all white. They're going to stop doing that. Apparently, people have been complaining about it. I guess Microsoft's listening and said, okay, we're going to change it. And then there was Brightech was on. He had a video about. I don't know. I call it people. I call it his complaining about people using OneDrive and they shouldn't be. And he's telling people how to disable OneDrive and he's saying just not use it. Which I kind of somewhat agree. I mean, it's. He puts things in OneDrive, Microsoft's going to see it. And there's only one reason they want you to put it up there so they can see everything you're putting up. They like this. I think they like to spy on you. That's why I don't like using the Microsoft account. That's why I don't like using OneDrive. There's a lot of things about Windows I don't like using nowadays because they spy on you. They've got their eyes looking back at you. I don't like that. But I'm not going to do anything about it, but I just don't like it. I wish they wouldn't. Okay, what the heck is. Hello, Charlie Purdy. Hello, Charlie. Yeah, I wasn't reading chat before. I'm not seeing all your messages, guys. I'm horrible at doing that. I'm just like Chris Titus. He'll start talking. He won't look over at chat. I picked up his habit. Then that's why I said I need to get a one button just to get it to disappear. Instead of clicking 1, 2, 3, 4 times. I don't like clicking on 1, 2, 3, 3, 4. You do the same thing. But I'm not going to bother with it because it's going to cost me money to change that. I'm sure there's something I'd have to get or something I'd have to do that's going to cost money, and I'm not doing that. So it'll stay the way it is. You guys will just have to live with my annoyances because sometimes I forget that. Oh. Another sunny, bright day, a little bit windy. But it's not too terribly bad. It's actually it's a little warm out there, to be honest with you. It wasn't as cold as I thought it was. I took my hat and my gloves and my 2 jackets. Got down to the pharmacy because I went and got my, see it. Got my flu shot. I know most people in America bark about me getting the flu shot because they say it's not necessary. That's what's going to kill you. No, it won't. Well, you're going to get sick as hell. No, I won't. You might get sick, but I don't. So don't tell me about what's going to happen to you. It's going to happen to me because I don't get sick from those shots. I never have. But everybody's telling me, don't get those flu shots. They're going to kill you. Really? No, they won't. I'm alive and well, and I've done this, 20-some times? I've never gotten sick once. Never. You guys might, but I don't. I do perfectly fine with it, and people are telling me, don't go and get those shots. And there's people that still believe that they're putting stuff in the shots, that microchips or whatever. There's still people in this area that are convinced in their head, and that's why they don't do it, because the government's spying on you when you do that. It's like, yeah, whatever. There's so many lies going out there about that. And none of it's true. None of it. It's all in your head. But that's what people are trying to convince me. Begging me not to. But I didn't listen. I still got my flu shot today. Chilly here this morning, 38. Yeah, it is a little chilly. It was 40-something this morning. I was up around, what time was it? 7:05 this morning. Why I got up that early, I don't know. But I did, and once I woke up, I just instantly knew there's no going back to sleep, so you might as well get out of bed. It's 7:09. I was up on my feet. Thinking, well, okay, hot rodder. It was 7:09. I got up onto my feet, and I said, well, I'm on my feet now. I might as well stay up. I'll be falling asleep again early tonight, probably around 12:30 again. I'm a little bit tired today. Not sure why. Kind of noticed that when I was out biking around town. It's just I just don't have the energy today. I'm still on the tired side. Never used OneDrive. Yeah, I don't either. I've never used it and not going to. I've really kind of since quit using Google Drive too. That doesn't make any sense to me. And now I tried to get into Google Drive last night. It's wanting a password or something. I don't know. And I'm not sure what that password is. I've got to find the tablet that's got the password in it. And to be honest with you, I don't know where that's at. So I may not be able to use Google again. So I don't like changing password. I mean, the password I have is about that long. About 20 characters long, and I'm not going to redo it. I'd like to get on Google Drive, but I think it's fine the way it's at. I'll just leave it. You didn't get to bed till after 4 a.m. and woke up at 8 a.m. Yeah, there's no way I could pull an all-nighter today these days. my mind and body just won't let me do it anymore. Like I said, like last night, I got to about 12:30, quarter to one, and I'm just like falling asleep. I'm like, okay, guys, I gotta go. Falling asleep. So I got off. William by then had already gone done, passed out. He was just kind of like leaned over there, sawing logs. I think, okay, guys, goodbye. It just got too quiet. I don't like silence, and nobody was talking, and I was starting to fall asleep. So I said, all right, guys, I'm gonna go. I think William, no, it wasn't last night. It was the night before that William was sleeping. I got last night. Him and Rich were playing the whatever game they play. I think they're doing something like that. Boredom overtook me. Tired. I was tired. I'm gonna get out of here. And I did write a note to my chart to my doctor about it, and all she wrote back to me is question mark, question mark, question mark. And underneath that, she said, "I don't understand why that's happening. Why you're getting so tired so freaking easy. You shouldn't be." Think, well, I am. It's like, may have to come into the clinic. May have to do a series of tests on you for a couple of days to find out why that's happening. She thinks it could be medication, but she doubts it. She's thinking it's because of lack of caffeine, and my body was so adapted to it. Now, all of a sudden, it's doing without it, and it doesn't know what to do without it, so it just puts me to sleep around 12:30 at night. You used to be able to easily make it up till 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, but not anymore. And like I said, about 12:10, 12:15, I'm getting tired. 12:30, quarter to 1, I'm dozing off. Like, can't keep doing this, so I get off and go to bed. But she's a little confused. She's like, I don't know. I don't understand why that's happening, but if she were to suspect or guess, she says lack of caffeine. And maybe the medications is probably overtaken to replace the caffeine, so it's just making me tired. I mean, I fall asleep just as easily as William. William will sit there for a couple of minutes, and next thing you know, he's sleeping. That's kind of the position I'm getting into. I sit long enough, and I'll fall asleep. She did admit, though, she is a little worried about that. Human beings are not supposed to fall asleep within seconds like that. It's unhealthy to do that. But if you're starting to do that, then you need to come in and we need to figure out what's going on, because that shouldn't be happening. Falling asleep like that, it's like, no, something's wrong. Yeah, no shit. So I don't know. I'll have to make an appointment one of these days. Go in there for a number of hours because they'll lay me on one of their beds and they'll take blood from me. They'll do a whole bunch of tests from head to toe. Because she thinks something's wrong. Something's not right if I'm falling asleep that easily. He said you shouldn't be. Like, well, I am. I sit here long enough and I fall asleep. She says, yeah, that's not right. Not right at all. So she said, when you're ready, make an appointment and we'll figure out what's going on. Like, okay. I hope it has nothing to do with my heart. I hope that's not the problem. But that's the other thing she mentioned is that it could be your heart's clocked itself down too low, where the beats per minute are too low and it's lowered your blood pressure and everything's slowed down so much that you just fall asleep. She said that again, that's not really normal, so she needs me to come in and they need to do a bunch of testing for an hour or two and get all the tests sent in and get the results back and something will come up. Either having to do with my heart, my breathing, or she said the problem could be something in my head. There's some kind of a chemical imbalance that's not right. So, oh, hello, Jeff. The hell? Jerseys, sweatpants, and 3 pairs of socks with GB symbol on the side, $5. I don't know when I don't remember either, Ski Man. I don't know what time it was. But I didn't stay on too much longer because the tiredness really caught up to me quick. I mean, it's funny, and that's the other thing I explained to her. Is 1 second I'm fine, wide awake and doing just fine. The next second, boom, it'll hit me and I feel like I'm a dead battery. He said, "Yeah, there's something screwy going on with you. You shouldn't be falling asleep that quickly." I think I am. Oh. What's up? Oh, goodness, Brian. What's up, Brian? What kind of stuff? I think it was around 12 something, or I don't know. I can't remember what time you left, Ski Man. I can't remember. But once it goes quiet in Zoom and everybody stops talking, peace and quiet catches up to me, and I just like, I'll just fall asleep. More active with more noise to listen to, and my brain stays active, and I won't fall asleep as easily. I still will, but not as easily as if it's dead silence. Dead silence, I'm noticing nowadays, puts me to sleep for some reason. Never used to be that way. Never. I used to be able to stare at a wall in dead silence for hours. I'd never fall asleep. Nowadays, I just kind of just start nodding off, and I catch myself, but William, he just passes out cold and he stays asleep. I don't. I keep waking up, falling asleep, waking up. I don't like it that I'm doing that. Do not like it at all. I'm either awake and I stay awake, or I'm asleep and I go to bed, but eventually my body wins and I just say, okay, guys, I'm going to go. I'm getting tired. It's usually before 1 o'clock nowadays. Actually, last night I was up till 1... 1:10, 1:15 or something like that, and I had nodded off 2 or 3 times by then. I was like, okay, guys, I'm going to go. I'm falling asleep. And, of course, no response, so I just said, goodbye, guys. And I went to bed, and I think within 5 minutes, I was out. The next time I saw was, the first time I woke up was 6:10. The second time I woke up was 3 minutes after 7. I got up after that. A couple of people I'm noticing aren't here today. Yeah, I wish I could stay up as late as you guys are. It's usually nighttime. Sometimes is the time that I get things done. Not this year. I ain't gonna be doing anything at night, so I'll be sleeping. What is our temp? I'm curious. 59. I think we're warmer. I think we're above average. Maybe not. Nope, there's a 70% chance of rain today. Don't look like it yet, but they say rain's coming. It winds the southeast at 13 miles an hour. That would make sense. Feels like it. 48 degrees tomorrow at 86% chance of rain, but a lot lower wind southeast at 6 miles an hour. Back up to 51 on Wednesday, 24% chance of rain, and winds at the north at 6 miles an hour. Not too bad. Not really good either. So that's the forecast for my area for the next 2 or 3 days. I think the best day out of the week is today. And then after that, we just kind of drop down to the 40s after Wednesday. Wednesday will be 51, 50 on Thursday, and then back down to the 40s on Friday. I don't like the 40s. I don't like the 40s. I really don't like the 50s. I don't like the 60s. 70s, I'm still cold. I have to get about 78, and then I'm comfortable. So 80 degrees, I'm fine. But 75 and a little bit of breeze, that's cold to me. I know most people aren't like that. They're sweating to death in 60-degree weather. 60-degree weather, I get goosebumps on my arms. To me, that's cold. Most people are sweating at 60 degrees. With me, I'm cold. I'm a little chilly. I like it to be a little warmer. But that's just me. Most people like the cooler weather. I don't. That's what me and my neighbor we have friendly arguments about it. He's a polar bear, I'm not. He likes the cold weather. He likes it when it's 20 below and windy, and he loves that weather. I hate it. Absolutely hate it. I'd rather be down in the Florida Keys somewhere where it's humid and hot. I'm used to it. That's what I'm used to, this winter weather that we're coming up with. I really don't like it. He does. I don't. You like 70s? Yeah, I like 70s. Oh, I don't know. I'd say 75 and up. They really don't get warm until it's in the 70s. Oh, ghetto. I'm here. Sorry I'm late. Don't worry about it, Josh. There's no such thing as being late. You get here when you get here. Even though I did start at 2 o'clock. Really, there is really not much for me to say today. It's just kind of I wouldn't say if it's borderline boring, but there really isn't much for me to do today. Because Bob and Mike and those other guys, they're taking care of things today. Because Mike actually called me and said, well, you want to work today or you want to take the day off? I'm like, well, I do have things I do have to do with work, so yeah, I'll take today off. Maybe tomorrow if there's enough to do. What was I going to look at? I don't know. And there's still stories about that SSD. T.I. Joe is at it again. He's making up stories about that SSD failure, and he's saying it's Windows updates. Now he's got an update to the update of the update. Like, I don't want to listen to it. So I didn't listen to that. They still pondering the thought if that was the reasoning, if that was the cause for it. And Joe, just drop the idea already. You've already got 500,000 people mad at you for making the statement you made. And apparently he doesn't care because he's at it again. He's making up more stories. You know, a lot of people are starting to do that, and I watched what's his name? CPU, whoever he is, that guy. I watched this video about he got that community strike about installing Windows on unsupported hardware. Boy, he has a lot of crazy theories. I don't know what that guy's thinking. He's got a lot of crazy, nutty ideas that I just like, what? That's not what's happening. That's CPU tech, you keep thinking what you're thinking, but I think you got a few things wrong. But I didn't bother telling him that, because last time I did, he wasn't too nice about it, so I just don't make comments on his show, and I just don't make comments on Cyber CPU. I just don't make comments to him anymore. The last time I did, when I told him I think he's incorrect about something, he really got nasty with me. He said, you along with the entire world. Like, oh God, here we go. He had a paragraph about that long, and he chewed my ass out. So I just deleted everything. It's like, whatever. I'm not going to listen to you anymore. You're going to be throwing out bullshit like that, then I'm done. There's no reason for him to be saying that. And I thought I'd tell him that, and he got mad about it. So I wrote back to him a week later. I said, if you're going to keep spreading these lies without any factual things to what you're saying, then why are you saying it? Because that's how I feel. If that's how you feel, what are the real facts about it? He said, what facts? It's like, that's my point. Silence. I finally shut him up. But he just keeps going and going. It's like the energized battery. He won't keep quiet. Even though I told him, I said, I'd like to see some facts. I'd like to hear this from Microsoft instead of you. He didn't like me saying that. And of course, Microsoft, they won't admit that. Things about YouTube. YouTube's not going to admit it. And he says, oh, there was something he said, and I watched that video last night, and he said something. I'll have to rewatch it, and then I'll get back to you guys later. But he said something, and I like, it stopped me in their tracks because I was actually paying attention to something else while listening to him. He said something like, "What? You just say what I thought you said." Like, I was gonna say something in comments, but I said no. We're just gonna get into a fight again. Yeah, I thought he was a nice guy, but the way he made that reply to me, he's like, he's not really a nice guy in my opinion. I mean, he is, but he shouldn't have said what he said. I just asked him, where'd you get that information, man? Who's telling you that? And then he actually admitted, I'd like to see facts, truth, and he said, what facts? Like, that's my point. Silence. He didn't say anything after that. But he's back at it again. Shooting his mouth off. Bottom line is, just don't put Windows on unsupported hardware. It's as simple as that. Don't do it. But he's saying you can. I say, what part of no do you? I don't understand that. Theo Joe, he's doing the same thing. And it's a lot of YouTubers out there that are just starting to irritate me because they're starting to come up with things that they know nothing about. Yeah, he might be right about AI. I don't know. I don't know enough about AI because I don't know how to use it. As people say, you got to make your sentences and the words have to be in the correct order. I don't know how to do that. So I've never used it, and I'm probably never going to. People keep telling me, "Oh, use Gemini." It's like, yeah, how the hell do you use Gemini? I'm never going to figure that out. I'm better off writing my thoughts and ideas down on pen and paper than going ask AI. It's like I come up with an idea, say AI or whatever, chat GPT, then getting I have no interest. Never needed it before. I don't need it today. So I don't know why America's getting hooked on AI. Oh, because it's the newest, latest thing. And people I've talked to said, you got to use it. You have to use it. There is no option of not using it. They said, yeah, there is. I haven't used it yet, and I'm getting along fine. Well, what's your problem? Like, I'm not comfortable doing that. It's not a human being I'm talking to, even though they try to pass it off as that it is, but it isn't. Well, everybody else can use AI and use it the way you want. I think I'm just going to avoid it. It's just not my cup of tea. I don't know how to ask questions right, and every time I do, I have tried it. It just question marks because it's not understanding me. Rephrase your question. Say, I did. This is the third time I've asked you. It didn't understand me, so I just closed it and forgot about it. Please restate your question in a different. I've rephrased that 3 different times. How many times do you want me to rephrase my question? It couldn't do it, so I just said, yeah, whatever. I just closed it and I never went back to it. And people can teach me all they want. I'm not going to catch on to it. I've tried to, and it just goes over my head. Yeah, that's true. Everybody else is using it thinking I've got to use it. Well, no, I live in America. I'll do what I want when I want. If I don't want to use AI, there's no reason for me to do it, so I'm not going to. Even though everybody's telling me you've got to use AI. Like, no, I don't. Well, you're just a chicken shit. You're scared of it. No, I'm not scared of it. I don't know how to use it. Never mind. I'm not going to get into it. The guy just walked off. It's like, a man that's scared of using AI. He laughed about it, and then he laughed about it until I pinned him up against the wall, and I said, keep laughing. It wiped the smile right off his face. He said, man, just please let go of me. I said, you keep laughing at things like that, I'm going to take you outside. He hasn't talked to me since. He just thought it was funny that I'm not using AI, and I didn't think it was funny. I don't know why I have to use it when I don't think I do. I like the words, like I said, I don't think I do. Maybe later on in life I will have to, but until that day comes where I'm being forced to use it, then I'll have to figure it out somehow. But for now, for the next couple of years maybe, I don't see a reason to use it. Now, if I were doing coding or something, or programming something, and I want a summary or have it do something, then yeah, maybe, but I don't do that kind of stuff. I've thought of it, but no, speaking of that kind of thing, is Wintermute here? Don't think he is. Nope. Yeah, 2:33, guys. Anybody else got to say anything else you want to say? I'm going to hang it up here in about a minute. Is there anybody here? Uh-oh. Maybe not. Oh, yeah, there is. There's 9. So with that, guys, I think I'm going to go. And I'll get a little bike ride again before it rains, because it looks like the rain is coming. I see the clouds thickening up, so I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go for a bike ride. And actually, I need to air up the tires on my trailer. Probably walk up to that and go over the northeast and go up and down some of the streets I go down and see if there's anything I can pick up. Free stuff on the side of the road or in front of the yard, and stuff that's sitting out there, and if it don't say free on it, I go right past it, because there's a fool's game going on around here that if the recyclables are sitting out in their front yard, like metal, plastic, and whatever, if they don't have, they put it out there, and it's across the sidewalk on the street, but kind of on the, well, it's out there on the curb of the street. Some guy came after me because he said I stole it, and I said, why, so that's why I'm saying if it don't say free on it, I just keep going because of that one guy. I took the stuff out of the boxes and put it in my trailer. Next thing you know, he's coming after me. You can't take that. It's like, well, why is it sitting out there then? It doesn't mean you can take it. Like, oh, you're only letting specific people take it? He said, yeah, put it back. Then I took it out of my trailer and put it back. I don't know what his problem was. So now that's why if I go up and down the streets, if it don't say free on it, then I'll just keep going. I don't know why that guy did that. Jumped out at me and said, you can't take that. But so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go riding around for a while. Might come back and get on Zoom for a little bit, but I don't know. If I stay active, I don't get tired. If I sit, then I get tired and I fall asleep. So I don't know. Oh, what is today? I keep forgetting what today is. Monday, I will have no, today's Monday. Tomorrow's Tuesday. I will have a live stream. Same time, same place. I don't know. I'll think of something different to talk about. Something more thoughtful. Something a little bit more ingenious. So I know this was kind of boring. But until then, I'll catch everybody later. Have a good day. Bye for now.